Welcome back to another episode of Good Times Ahead. I'm your boy Nick Eustace, and this is my co-host Tanner Thompson. Today we have with us a very special guest. She's a fitness YouTuber and influencer, Annabelle Hayes. So do you just want to introduce yourself, get into who you are, where you're from, and then we can go from there?
Sure. Hi, my name is Annabelle Hayes. I'm 25 years old. I was born and raised in Ghana, but I'm half Filipino. Growing up, I moved around the places. I went to school in South Africa. I went to school in Australia.
Oh, wow.
And then I came to Canada. Canada was very easier for me because my stepdad is Canadian. So we traveled here a lot. And I was just familiar mainly with Canada, so it was easier for me to move here by myself. And went to high school in Pinoa, very small town, like I said before.
That's in Manitoba.
Manitoba. And then when I graduated, I went to Winnipeg at Red River College for graphic design and computer programming. And when I graduated, I came here, and that's when all my fitness. Well, I started YouTube in college, but then because college was so stressful, I posted my first video there, and then it blew up, but I couldn't really do it. Like I said, it was really stressful, so I told myself I would finish school first and then get back into it. And then I did that, finished, really got into it, and then I really liked it. And it's just been the same, like with Instagram too. It's just been going.
At what point did you know that you wanted to do like YouTube or social media?
I knew when a lot of girls were messaging me telling them that I helped them work out. I helped them.
Like inspired them?
I was inspiring them. And at the time too, when I started, I was going through a lot of things mentally. I didn't know what I wanted to do once I was done with college. I was like smoking weed every day. Can I swear?
Yeah, you can say whatever you want.
I was smoking weed every day.
Say whatever the fuck you want. Anything.
I was smoking weed every day, and it was just, I was in limbo. And when I was working out, that was kind of what was getting me through college and when I was done. And I also had like an eating disorder and just a whole bunch of mental stuff going on, and fitness really just helped me do that, and sharing that with other people was just a really positive experience. So that's what made me want to keep going. That's
awesome. I'd say I'm similar in the sense that like I started working out because of like as an outlet, because I'd also do drugs and like drink a lot instead. And I just noticed, like, I spiraled. You end up, like, hitting rock bottom. And you're like, okay, I need to find something better. And for me, that was the gym as well.
For you, was it like you knew you liked working out, so you wanted to make something more out of that? Or was it more like you had, like, an idea of what you want to do, but you weren't sure, so you were working out while you're trying to figure it out?
I was doing that, working out while I was trying to. And then I was getting so much positive feedback that I was like, okay, well, this is something I could really do and turn into a business. And then that's when I got my certification in personal training. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to do this.
This is something I love.
Yeah, I'm going to do this.
What was the first 2 years of YouTube like?
How nervous were you to post your
I was
first
so
video?
Nervous. Even to this day, I don't look at my old videos. I cringe at myself so much. Just the reason why I don't look, the only time I look at it is to see how far I've come. But I don't like looking at them because I feel like when you start something, automatically you want people to like you. It's kind of like you kind of put on this persona, or not really yourself, because you're so nervous. You don't know how to act so that, like I said, people will like you.
Especially at that age too.
Yeah, and then you can only hold that up for so long. And then it's like, okay, well, I can only be myself now. And sorry, what was the question?
You get to that point like where you don't care anymore what anybody thinks.
Yeah, you don't care anymore. And then with being on the internet, you have to have really thick skin. Everybody's gonna have something to say about you. So it's owning up to who you are, how you do things, and then people will naturally just see that, and they'll support you even more for that.
Well, you have such a big following, so I'm sure like it can be nerve-wracking putting out content with people being like judging you, or like having haters. I'm sure you have some. So how did you deal with that at first?
Well, for YouTube, I just so there's a setting where you can hide certain words. So like I would hide like slut or BBL or fake or just bitch or something like words like that, and YouTube automatically just hides comments that have that. So that's nice. How I kind of just secluded myself. If I don't see it, then it's not gonna make me feel that way, you know. And I think that that's a good way to start, because it's very easy to sit there and go through the so that's what I did. And then over time, it's just you just don't care anymore. Those people aren't, I always say people don't pay my bills, but technically they do because they watch my videos. But their comments aren't going to, I know who I am at the end of the day. So you telling me about myself, you don't know who I am. You're only seeing portions of my life and what I show you. So
that's cool.
Like, just adding on that, do you ever get judged based on your like online perception or your online persona?
Yes.
And how do you deal with that?
Honestly, I feel like it's something that's very unavoidable. People already have a perception of who I am, like with Instagram, it's like you post sexy photos, have naked photos, people think that you are some type of way, or because of the amount of followers, it's like you only talk to athletes, or
you're stuck up.
You're stuck up, but I feel like the only thing that I can do is, like, when people come up to me when I'm out, I can only be nice, I can only show my personality, and just be myself. If you don't like me,
control, right? Like,
like if you don't like me, then that's your opinion. If you don't, then
it's kind of like us too. We kind of just like show up, film it, and just like put up, say what we want to say, do our thing, and then we go home.
I mean, we definitely don't have the
following you do.
But at the end of the day, like, I'm gonna be myself, and if I've said it before on here, if you like me, you like me. If you don't, that's your issue.
Yeah, and that's how everybody starts. Like we all started Instagram with 0 followers. It's just, people see your personality, people see you or follow you for something that they want or something that they want to achieve. So like I said, you just have to be yourself.
Why do you think that you grew so fast, or grew so big? Is it your personality? Is it pictures? Is it what you've done?
What was your breakthrough too?
Well, to be honest, on YouTube, with YouTube, the thumbnail is the first thing people are gonna see. So I was clickbaiting my bum, my results, because when I started, I was very, very skinny, and I wanted to gain weight, and I wanted to kind of have like even when my my clients come to me, they say, it was funny because one of my clients was like, I want to have a great big juicy booty and a skinny waist. So that's kind of what I major in, and I think a lot of people follow me. My personality is more on YouTube, and Instagram is mainly like what I look like. So people like that. And the progress, you say, because it's really hard.
Have you learned to, like, with your clients, do you do it based off the individual bodies they have, or how do you like tell them which way to work out?
So with my clients, they have a questionnaire that they fill out, and then they'll tell me about themselves, so their age, where they're from. I just like to know where they're from, because it's really it's nice, because it's like, okay, I have a client from Tokyo, or I have a client from Germany, or someplace. And that's a great thing about the internet, is that you never know who you're gonna meet or who you're gonna help.
That must be pretty surreal too, to have like international clients.
And sorry, what was the question again?
How do you like cater to the individual person? Like,
oh yes, so they have a questionnaire they fill out, and then I'm on a Zoom call with them, so I get to know them personally, and I kind of have that so that I can understand your lifestyle, what makes you the way that you are, in a sense, because I find that if I have a client, it's kind of like a therapist in a sense. I need to understand your background. I need to understand, why do you feel insecure, or why do you want to change this specific thing about yourself, and then I can help you. And then same thing with your diets, how often you work out, and then I can I usually give like a week or 2 weeks, and then I cater a program, workout and diet program, cater to them.
Is there ever any language barriers?
That's a good question, man.
Sometimes. Usually what I do, if the client is if we're doing a Zoom, I just have my phone and I'll do the translate.
That's pretty jokes.
But usually when it's like that, it's easier just to translate it on email. And then when we do the Zoom workouts, I would just kind of write my notes, you know, do this, do that.
Yeah, like a picture of the workout or whatever.
Yeah, cool. And then just tell them, okay, do this one.
Yeah.
do you find like a lot of your clients are coming to you with like body image issues? And
yes.
You said you feel like a therapist or dealing with it.
Yeah.
Do you kind of act like a therapist too throughout?
Sometimes. I do like to have that, like I was saying, that personal relationship with my clients, because I feel like a lot of the girls that come to me
are struggling.
They're struggling and they are going through the same thing that I did. And I feel like that's why a lot of girls also connect with me, because, you know, the body image issues and mental illness and body dysmorphia and stuff like that. I struggle with that a lot. So a lot of girls feel like they can come to me with that and we can relate, and then I'm better.
How did you overcome that?
Therapy. I feel like therapy was something that really helped me talk about my feelings and understanding like childhood trauma. That's where a lot of the things come from. And then obviously now some people may not have childhood trauma, but they can have something that can happen to them in their early teens or late adulthood. So sorry, what was the question? I'm like, I want to say this, but I have to try to.
You're good. Just dealing with like body image issues. And I know like a lot of girls personally who had eating disorders and still to this day struggle with that. Yeah. And especially because of just social media, like I think that doesn't help at all when it comes to body image issues.
Yeah.
Especially for young girls.
Yeah.
Stuff,
Well, you can just compare like even likes, everything like that.
Yeah, and I think one of the, like I was saying, how I was able to overcome is talking about it, relating to even my therapist at the time. She was also somebody in her earlier ages. She also struggled with it and she overcame it. And so she helped me with that, just talking about it. For me, growing up, I didn't really like talking about my feelings. I would always just suppress it. Now I just communicate whatever that's on my mind. But now it's just, I feel like a lot of people, even in the internet, it's like we all have this persona, or we only want to show the good side of ourselves. Nobody really wants to see really wants to see the bad side. And even then, for me, I've only cried on my channel like once, and that was when my aunt passed away. May she rest in peace, breast cancer. But that was the only time I've ever, and I already told myself I'll never cry, I'll never show any form of weakness or anything on my channel, but now it's like it makes you look more human, and people can relate to you more. And I think that a lot of people search for that on the internet, people that they can relate to, and they can feel like, hey, you know what, this person's going through this, I'm going through this, so how did you, and you can inspire me to, you know, they're here and then I can be there.
Who was one person that you sort of looked up to or inspired you?
My mom. My mom was a single mother. She was the hustler, just by herself. And then she met my dad, my stepdad. But I think mostly my mom, but doses of my dad as well, because he was not my biological father. So he stepped up when my biological father was not there. So I have a lot of respect and look up to the both of them.
Cool.
Well, just like, again, moving from Ghana to Winnipeg or Manitoba or what do you say?
Pinawa.
What was that transition like? And then moving by yourself to Toronto? That's crazy. I don't know many people who have done that, especially at that young of an age.
I will say for me it was easier because we traveled so much. Okay. And for me, I've always thrived off being by myself. So I never needed people to make me feel validated, or I was always independent. Even when I remember when my aunts, like, she would want to go out or go to the market, I'd be like, no, just lock the door, leave me at home. Like, I was always at home, and I thrive off being by myself. And even like with my relationship now, it's kind of like, you know, he's very outgoing and out there, and I'm very.
You need your space.
Are you introverted?
Yeah, but it's
so
the
you're
people.
introverted, but you have a platform with almost
Cool.
1 million subscribers.
And I'm super shy too. So sometimes it depends on the people.
How did you overcome that though? Like,
honestly, I feel like I haven't overcome it. I always get nervous. Even have like social anxiety. Like when I go out to parties and stuff like that. I remember I went out 2 weekends ago with my 2 good friends, and we had smoked a little bit. But
I couldn't. If I were to go to a party and be high, I would be in the corner by myself.
It's only like one little half puff, right?
Yeah.
And then we're there, and I'm like, I feel like everybody's looking at me. I kind of want to leave. And then and that's why I feel like you also have to surround yourself with people that know you and you're comfortable with. And they're like, Annabelle, look at the dress you're wearing. Of course they're looking at you. And I'm like, okay.
That's where you get that like misperception, or where it's like if you saw your Instagram, you'd be like, this girl doesn't have social anxiety.
Yeah.
And then you meet you and you're like, okay, maybe she does. But
is it like a trigger in your mind where you can like kind of like not convince yourself, but like tell yourself like, hey, like I can be confident, I can do this, I want to do this?
Yes.
Well, it triggered your mind, right?
Yeah, it triggered my mind. You have to tell yourself, you know, if I walk into a room, I'm going to make sure I'm the most confident person there, and everybody's going to look at me.
And then you smoke.
And like, honestly, I don't know what it is. Like, I feel like smoking I've completely just been like, no, I'm not touching it anymore. It's just, it makes me just so negative, or not towards people, more towards myself. And it's sometimes when I decide to, I try to force myself to kind of get out of it or understand why I'm feeling like this, but till this day I still don't understand why.
For me, I used to always, like, everything I would do high. And then lately, like, if I were to go out in public and smoke, I wouldn't say a word, or I'd just be in my own head being like, they're looking at me, they're
Do you ever work out stoned or high?
I did before. I did, like, when I graduated, and that was actually one of the turning points in my life too, because I had lost my contract with Gymshark, because
a contract with Gymshark.
Now I'm working with them, but before they wanted to work with me, and I was posting smoking, and they're like, hey, you can't. And mind you, it was on my Snapchat, not on my Instagram. And they're like, hey, you can't do this.
They're very
and I didn't listen. And I didn't listen. And I was like, okay, well, maybe they're not going to see it. And then I posted it, and they're like, no, we can't work with you anymore. And then now, you know, obviously I don't do it, but now they want to work with me again. So
nice. How is that like getting an email from Gymshark with like a contract proposal? Because I'm sure like everyone who's worked out,
everyone
when
knows
you're younger, they know who Gymshark is. Were you excited? Were you
like, really? Like, what the hell?
I feel like I was excited, but at the same time, I feel like everything where I've come to now, I'd always try to humble myself and be like, you know, it's just this, you know, so that I don't, not saying that it's going to get to my head, but I just like to make sure that I'm always thankful and humble, and not overly being like, you know, it's not, you know what I mean? So I feel like that's just part of the job, and I just do it. And obviously I'm super thankful to be working with them, but I treat every brand that I work with as just a brand, you know, just even with my brand too. Like when I message people and they get super excited, I'm like, oh, you know, it's okay.
You want to give it a shout out?
Yeah.
Your brand?
Oh, Lipstick Collection.
Yeah. How did you start that, and like how was the process of starting your own brand? So
when I started, I think it's been 3-4 years now. I work out all the time, so I was like, you know what? Why do I want to just wear someone else's? Why not make my own? And I knew exactly what I wanted, so I did a lot of research. I researched manufacturing companies. There's even one right there too, on this side right here, that have a lot of fabric. But I had to learn my fabrics, polyester, nylon, everything, what what absorbs better, what's better while you're working out, what girls also want. So, which is leggings that will flatter their butt and everything. Even for me, like I want my bum to look good when I'm going to the gym.
Of course.
So that's what I did, and then it was the scrunch butt leggings. You know, that's really in now.
Those got big.
That's really in now. It's crazy because I really started that one too. Like the net ones. Once I started doing it, everybody started doing it, and I was like, damn,
you're an inspiration.
Damn, really?
Good idea.
But that's just,
I like those ones too.
With everything. And then I got samples. And then, so with my history in graphic design websites, I made my own websites. I separated my personal training website to my business website. So I set up everything myself. And I think the hardest part through it all was the pricing, because I didn't know exactly what people would be comfortable paying. And I feel like also as a business owner, when people are paying for something, you're paying for the quality and you're paying for the name, mainly the name, you know, because something could be really shit, but it's them supporting you as a person. Like, for example, like let's say Kylie Jenner, when her lip kits came out, it was so bad, but everybody just wanted to support her, right? I'm trying to think of whoever. Enough money. I'm trying to think of even who else, but so you pay for the name and the quality. And again, it was easier to grow my business because I turned all my followers into customers by marketing and showing, hey, like, you should buy this because it's going to make your bum look better. You can see it making my bum look better, so it's going to make your bum look better. So
at what point along the road did you decide that you wanted to do merch or have clothing?
Sorry?
At what point down the line, like how many followers did you have before you decided to do your own line?
Oh, honestly, I don't know.
I
don't remember the amount.
Was it early, you think, or middle?
I would say like a middle. Yeah, because at the time I was doing YouTube a lot more and my videos were hitting like minimum 200K. Now it's a little bit harder to do YouTube because everybody wants to do it, and the way YouTube is, it's kind of like Instagram too. It's getting harder, and they're trying to push more of shopping, which from a business standpoint is good, but at the same time, you don't want to always, I don't want to go on my Instagram and just constantly see ad, you know? But
it was nice when Instagram didn't have ads.
Yeah, when it was just fun. Even on Snapchat, like when I look at people, it's so annoying. I'm like, Snapchat, it's just ruined.
There's just ads everywhere.
Yeah.
It's like you talk about something, and then you go to your Instagram, and it's posted there. It's like, they're fucking listening.
They know everything.
They are. So we had a few questions from some of our female friends.
Okay.
Just talking about like social media trends and what your thoughts were on like what I eat in a day or productive morning routines. Do you think they're helpful or toxic? I don't know.
Like, do you mean people that create the content?
Or just not that create it, like girls watching that kind of content. Like, do you think it's helpful?
Well, I watch some of them.
Yeah.
I think some of them are helpful. I've learned a few things, like recipes for sure. Like I love watching other people make their recipes. I do the same thing. I feel like if it's only toxic if you try to force yourself to keep up with that lifestyle, and if you don't have that lifestyle, then you think, okay, well, I'm a piece of shit. It's kind of that what's it called, that it girl thing. I feel like if you're,
well, it's like if you're comparing yourself to someone who's living this like lavish life,
exactly,
or it's hard to keep
they
up.
think that it girl lifestyle is, it's gonna give you more, I don't know, it's gonna make you more attractive, or I don't even know how to explain it. Just kind of what I was saying, like everybody lives their own life. You can only do things that will benefit you, or you just want to enjoy, if it's going to make you better, yes. But if you feel like you're trying to keep up with this lifestyle that's not necessarily you, then I would say well,
I know some girls where it's like it almost stresses them out more than it's productive to try and do certain things, or like try and go to the gym 5 times a week, and I'm like, relax. Like if you go 4 times, it's gonna be okay.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay to eat a pizza and be bloated and chill and have a day off. You know, you need those days. You can't always be constantly going, because you're gonna get burnt out, and then you're gonna feel bad about being burnt out, and then you're gonna feel bad about feeling like that for a long, even I get caught up in that sometimes, where I'm like constantly going, and I feel like I have to keep up this going, and then let's say it'll be that time of the month, or I just don't want to do anything, and then I feel bad about not doing anything, so you just prolong this like feeling like shit, you know.
Yeah. And is that something that you learned with age, or?
I think so, because the older that you get, the less things you care about. Like, you don't care to wear makeup as much, you don't care to dress a certain kind of way or be out and about, be in the social. For me, I was never really in the social, so that was never.
You're good. Yeah.
I'm good. But I think for other people, you know, like going out a lot, I think that's a really big thing, and I see that a lot in people. Crazy. It's just like sometimes I get worried.
Trying to show off their bodies, I guess. They're working out a lot.
I'm just like,
but we know a handful of girls who go out just to go out, to like post a story of them at like
out.
Marble, or like somewhere like that. Yeah. That's never been you, or
no.
So like,
I love being in my apartment. I live right there. Yeah.
So how do you not get caught up in like going out, or?
For me, it was, I just honestly just grew up like, it didn't excite me. I don't like people sometimes. Like I feel like sometimes, as bad as it sounds, I feel like I see a lot of fake people and trying to be, they're trying to be someone that they're not. So I don't tolerate it. I'm going to get irritated if I see somebody doing that. So just for me, stopping myself from calling them out or causing trouble,
you completely avoid it.
I just completely avoid it. You know, I will post every weekend me being in my apartment, just in bed, just watching a show.
Dog, right?
Yeah, I have a Pomsky Sky. Yeah. I
enjoy. I have a dog as well, like a family dog, and I enjoy like staying in sometimes, just like smoking and chilling with her. But I also enjoy going out. So
what's your favorite butt workout?
It would be. Honestly, I don't think I have a favorite. It would be caught between hip thrusts and deadlifts. So right now, I'm trying to deadlift 300. So I'm trying to deadlift 300. So, and I get super, super competitive. And, you know, the older I get, my back is getting, you know, the next day. My hands are not that bad, honestly. Yeah. I don't think, just a little bit. But I use straps. So.
That's where I know a lot of girls are like scared to lift weights, or like scared to like eat,
get bulky,
or scared to get manly, like
I do get a lot of girls that DM me about that, and I tell them it's okay to lift heavy. Like even the other day I posted on my story, I had gone to the gym, and then I had eaten, and I was super, super bloated, and I posted on my story, me bloated, just like you would think that I was pregnant or something. And everybody was like, oh, it's really nice to see this. It's like, people don't show that. Thank you for showing it. And I was looking back and I'm like, why are people thanking me to show this is what everybody goes through? And it's kind of sad, but I try to show that often.
Again, there's a lot of fake people, especially probably in like the fitness industry. Like,
everybody gets bloated. It's really not.
It's not a secret.
It's not a secret, you know. And I even said that it's gonna go away. It's just obviously if you eat. And I told people, if you want that bum, you're gonna have to eat to grow it. You have to feed the muscles. So
that's where a lot of girls I know personally are like scared to lift weights, or they're just like cardio bunnies, or
just like cardio. And I feel like
how far can that go, you think?
Not far.
Not that, just doing cardio.
Well, I mean, it depends on your goals. Like some people like having that skinny petite, and some people like having, you know, stronger, bulkier, you would say. But I think it just depends on that person's goals. But I do feel like I'm definitely more happier now than at the time when I was only doing cardio. I wanted to be a model, and that's when I was going through all my eating disorders, and it just wasn't even when I post my before and after photos, I always say there's nothing wrong with that body type. It was the mentality behind that body type. I was really hard on myself. I wanted to be a model. I wasn't that tall, so I felt like I had to go extra to make up for not being that tall. So did you want to be like a runway model?
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. And then at the time, like, I was just doing photo shoots, and stuff. It's crazy because if you see my before and after photo, you'd be like, what? And then I feel like that's when also people, it's harder. I don't know why it's harder for people to believe that when a skinnier person gains muscle and has that physique compared to somebody that was bigger and then lost the weight. It's really like, if you really put your mind to it, you can grow all that muscle, and you just have to be consistent, eat properly, and sleep.
Eating is the hard part. I'm kind of like, I started off, I'm really skinny too, and I was trying to get bigger, and the only way to do is eat like an absolute ridiculous amount of food, and it's like, it's hard. Like, it's really hard.
Well, I remember in like grade 12, like I was pretty skinny in grade 12 in October, and I just ate like a ridiculous amount, and I think I put on like 33 to 35 pounds from October to March.
Wow.
And people were just like, how'd you do it? I was like, I literally ate everything. I'd go home and eat like, obviously like chicken, rice, ground beef, rice, but then like 2 tubs of ice cream. And back then I had a metabolism. If I did that now, I would.
Even for me now too. Like, I even at the time after my work, I was eating 3 cheeseburgers from Five Guys. My friend even has a picture of me eating 3 burgers, and well, now I can't do that.
Would that be your go-to cheat meal?
Yeah.
What would be your go-to? Five Guys?
Honestly, African food. African food would probably be my go-to now, but back then it was probably pizza, burgers, jollof. Jollof rice.
Nice.
We're cultured.
Was that on fufu or something?
Yeah, I just have fufu. Yeah. Nice. I always sleep after when I eat it, and recovery too. That was when sleeping is a big part of
that's where
recovery.
I can't sleep.
Yeah, that's our problem.
Oh my god.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. Just like both him and I are the exact same. Like, I know he'll be up at like 3 a.m.
Wow. Actually, I used to be like that, but it was my pre-workout. I used to take batch something and C4.
Oh, C4 is fuck.
It gets you going, huh?
Yeah, and then I would stay up. I would stay up for hours, and then I cut that out because I really wanted to get my sleep in, get 8-9 hours, so that
Do you work out at night or in the morning?
I work out like 3-4, because right after when I'm done, I like to eat that big meal and then sleep.
Yeah. You sleep 9 hours in a day?
Yeah.
Good for you.
I go to bed early too, so go to bed early, wake up early, and then I feel more accomplished with my day, and the world just...
life's better.
Yeah, life's better, and you feel like you can get more stuff done.
Something about seeing the sunrise, I will say.
We gotta figure our shit out, man.
I want to go back to Ghana a little bit. I have some questions a little bit. You're from what city are you from again?
Obuasi.
Yeah. Okay, and that's like close to downtown, or like the main city center?
Well,
what's the capital again? Accra.
Accra. But it's 7 hours away. Yeah.
So that'd be like a weekend trip kind of thing to the city, or do you guys ever do that?
Yeah, it would pretty much be, or more of like a week.
Nice.
A week trip.
A week trip, yeah. But you can fly. So when I was younger, at the time, they didn't have planes to go from A to B, so we would have to drive. But now you can fly, so it's like, what, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, not even?
Oh.
Or not even that.
That's quick.
Wait. No, that's not. Okay, no, it's not that long. But I just don't remember. It's been a while since I've been back home.
When's the last time you've been back home?
7-8 years. It's been a long time. But the reason why is because I applied for Canadian citizenship.
Okay.
Right before COVID happened, and then it's just been with immigration, like everything is just it's so
Visas
bad.
Are a shit show, right?
It's so bad, and I had to get lawyers involved. So now they're just kind of like pushing them to, hey, get this done. But
during COVID, were you not, I don't want to say happy during it, but like, were you like, okay, this is my kind of lifestyle?
Honestly, like nothing really. Well, the only thing that wasn't good for me during COVID was my relationship that I was in. It was super, super toxic. So
in what sense?
Like he didn't have anything going on at the time because it was COVID. He was an athlete, so it was like he didn't have anything.
What sport?
Football.
Yeah.
Okay. And it was kind of like on me to kind of take care of the both of us, so that put a strain on our relationship, and then I caught him cheating. Okay. So so there was a lot of toxic things going on in that relationship.
And then get cheated on.
And then men are dogs.
You're an angel, you know.
You said that last time. Men are dogs.
Yeah.
No, but
Not
yeah,
all, not all.
not all, no. But yeah, I feel like with COVID, you know, being at home, I'm home all the time. It was actually no, it was the gym. Gyms were closed too. Yeah. But I was doing home workout videos. So again, nothing really changed, but I wasn't the size that I was compared to if I was going to the gym in the house.
You can just do more, right?
Yeah, I could be. And
did you have weights at home? Or?
Not that many. I was just doing, but also I had to cater to people that also didn't have weights. So I wanted to do workouts that were like with bottles or bands.
Hip workouts.
Yeah, bands and ankle. Was it ankle weights?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then,
yeah, it was an interesting time trying to work out. Well, thank God you had a gym.
I have a little gym in my garage. We got to do some stuff, yeah.
Nice.
But yeah.
No, I didn't. When I was in London, I just was like, and I hate cardio, so I was trying to do cardio, and I was like, fuck this. Like, I need to go back to the gym.
Yeah.
And
would
then
you squat like every workout?
Yes.
Yeah.
Usually what I go into, I'll like do 15 minutes, 20 minutes stretching, mobility, warming up. And then I'll go straight into squats, squats, hip thrusts, or squats, deadlifts, then hip thrusts. And then I'll do leg curls, hamstring curls, calves. My calves need some work.
Can't neglect the
calves.
calves.
Are so
everyone's
hard.
Yeah.
So I try to
calves
do calves.
Calves are genetics. That's what I say.
I really try to do calves. Like my mom just roasts me all the time for it. She's like, "Look at your calves." I'm like, let me be. You should have given me these calves.
Yeah. It's your fault.
Yeah, I'll do that, and then lunges, cable squats. Those are my favorite right now too. And then
what's your like routine like? Like what's your split?
Mondays are legs and abs. Tuesdays I will do kind of like back, upper body. So it depends. Like if I'm doing tries, or I'll do mainly back, or just something that's upper body focused. And then Wednesdays I'll do boxing or Pilates.
Boxing.
And then I like boxing a lot now, but I feel like I don't do cardio, so that's the main. That's the main.
That's pretty good cardio.
That's the only day of the week that I can really get my cardio in. And then Thursday, I will do legs again. Friday, take off. Saturday, take off. Sunday, take off.
Nice. Yeah. That was like me for like cardio. I hate like your basic on a treadmill or stair climber. So boxing was something I really enjoyed too. And I find I'd sweat more in the warm up than in an hour long gym session.
Yeah, we used to go like Monday chest, Tuesday legs, Wednesday shoulders, Thursday back, Friday arms.
Just a bro split.
Go what are you doing legs?
Tuesday.
No, Tuesday.
no legs.
Just guys, don't forget to do your legs.
Well, I know, we know. We started off with the bro split. When I like first started off in the gym, I was like every Monday chest, every Friday arms, legs. I was still playing hockey back then, but
what's the etiquette on like guys going up to girls at the gym and asking for numbers and stuff? Not the place.
Only if she's giving you a look.
How do you know what's the look?
What's the look? Yeah. I guess you know the look when you see it, right?
But what if you don't? What if you think it's the look and then you go up and you're like, hey. Yeah, we need some advice here.
I don't know. I feel like the look is just kind of like, like corner of your eye, just constantly looking. Yeah. You know, like
she'll make it obvious.
Yeah, you'll know. Yeah. See, like you'll know versus like looking at you like, why are you looking at me? Type of.
Stop looking at me.
Stop looking at me.
Yeah. Well, I feel like the gym in general is just not like, I don't know about you.
It's
when I'm at the gym, like
really.
I have my headphones in and I'm like
grinding,
ready to I'll talk to even if I see like someone I'm friends with, but not really.
I hate talking in the gym. I feel like just avoid it in general. If anything, maybe talk to them when they're leaving, or
even that's a little awkward.
Yeah, I've had guys done that to me. No, why am I even saying it? But but it's hard because if you're really attracted to that person, where else are you gonna see them outside of that gym? Exactly. Only if you're lucky to see them at the bar here.
What are the odds though,
Yeah, exactly.
I've never had that happen in my entire life.
I think I've only seen one guy. I think I went out with my friends and I remember seeing him. I was like, that guy is my gym. Yeah.
He's following you.
Maybe. Maybe.
Have you had any weird encounters at the gym?
I've had plenty. I've had 2 guys follow me to my car. I've had one grab me.
Grab you?
Yeah. I've even 3 days ago, 3 days ago, this guy, I was doing deadlifts and I was putting my weights back, and then he came and he helped me put it back. I was like, okay, well, if you want to help me, it's less work for me. I was like, okay. And then I did I was doing dropping weights, drop sets, sorry. Yeah. And then he came back again after I put everything away, and then he was like, oh, I think you're really beautiful. Can I get your number? And I was like, no, sorry, I have a boyfriend. And he's like, oh, well, we could just be friends. And guys always love doing that too. We can just be. And I was like, can girls and guys really be friends? No, they can't. Yeah. And then after, I was like, oh, no, sorry, like, bye. And then I went into the yoga room.
Did he follow you in?
And then he followed me in there, and he was like, oh, well, can I at least have your Instagram? And that's public. And it's kind of really tough for girls too, because some guys don't handle rejection well. No, and it becomes a safety issue, because I've even had guys get super aggressive after I've turned them down, and it's kind of like, and he even said, like, I'll leave you alone once you give it to me. Like, he actually wasn't leaving until I gave it to him. And then I had to tell Nick, creepy. And then and I had to tell.
Well, if Nick came in, he'd leave in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Fucking big.
And then
dude.
I had to tell the receptionist, and I always make sure that I'm good with the people that work there too, because that happens to me a lot. So I need to be able to
lean on them.
So it's scary. It's kind of like you kind of have to, as a girl, it's like you kind of have to give it, so you feel they fuck off. Yeah, but it's also like you're scared, because it's like you don't know how this guy is going to react. He could, like, you could leave, he could follow you, and if you don't have the right protection on you, it's really bad.
There are a lot of people where it's just like common sense is not their strong suit, or like taking a hint is not their strong suit, where it's like
it's too much pride too, they just won't
stop. What are you doing? Just fuck off.
Yeah.
It's not that hard to fuck off. Yeah.
No, I've never experienced that as a man.
Neither have I.
But hopefully one day, like, fingers crossed.
Yeah. How about DMs?
Plenty. My DMs is it's a spiral in there.
I just don't be jokes.
Is it a better way to the gym,
go in there. Sorry?
Is it a better way to approach girls in the gym?
How bad are some of the DMs you get?
Yeah.
I don't know. There's just so many. Like, I've had guys be like, "Hey, I want to buy your underwear. I want to buy your used socks, or
so fun.
Or
all right, 20 grand.
Drink your bath water," or is crazy. Yeah.
That's fucking weird.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't believe that's a thing, eh? 2022, we're still dealing with that.
Wasn't there a girl, like an emo girl or something, that actually sold her bath water? Yeah.
People probably do it because
there was
like
a girl that actually got famous for that, because she was selling her bath water.
If I had the option, I'd sell some shit, but I don't. But that's weird. Dean knows, Diener knows. Diener knows.
We'll talk about that after.
No, but it is a weird time. Like, I couldn't even imagine. Like, I've seen some, like, I don't want to say normal, but like people without as big of a following as you, their DMs. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, how do dudes think this is gonna go over well? Yeah. So I can't even imagine like someone with a following like your DMs. Like that.
What's the best DM you ever got? One where you're like, okay, like not bad.
I honestly don't. I don't go through. I don't even go through like even celebrities or athletes that come into my DMs. I really don't respond to them. And also the reason,
anyone?
No, no,
I don't.
But also I feel like these guys with these checks, because they're so used to girls, they'll send like an eye emoji, and I'm like, what am I gonna do with that? Like, is that supposed to excite me? Like, just an eye emoji? You couldn't even say hi, or you know what I mean? Yeah. It's like the most minimalist thing. I'm like, that you're gonna have to have better with that. Exactly.
It's just like automatic.
Does it for them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I just leave, like, even sometimes I'll just leave it all red.
That must feel good.
Yeah. And then they'll unsend it.
Then they get mad.
That's so funny. Yeah. Their pride just takes a huge hit.
Yeah.
That's hilarious, man.
It's good pride sometimes, though. Like, they probably get whatever they want, so sometimes it's good to get
exactly. Just to humble them a
little humbleness.
Bit.
Yeah, it's good for you. I like it.
Not bad.
So what's next for you? What's like What's like your end goal or one of your goals?
Well, once I get my immigration stuff, I would really like to travel. Just take kind of like a year or a couple months to travel. I feel like that was a big part of me growing up, and I'm kind of missing that. But I'm turning that into a positive. You know, I'm like, you know what, I can't leave, so I'm going to save up as much money as I can, have a travels funds, and just do what I want.
Where are your top spots to go travel?
Well, to go back home, because I haven't seen my family first, I would want to go to Paris, Bali, a lot of tropical places. And
Bali looks incredible. Have you ever been there before?
No.
Okay.
Would you like continue to post your workouts there and stuff?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've actually even gotten like offers to get paid to travel and to vlog it. So that's also like I'm really missing out on that. So I just want to just do that and just be free, you know.
Nice.
And what about for your brand? What's next for that? You said you have
honestly, as of right now with my brand, I'm not really doing that much with it because I'm trying to focus more on social media. And I feel like I tell some girls this too. It's kind of like it's okay to outgrow things that you've done. Like when I started my business, I was really like I wasn't sleeping. I was up because even like my manufacturer is different time zones. So I was staying up like 5 a.m., 4 a.m. so that I could talk to them, and I was really putting the hours in. And now I'm just kind of like
enjoying yourself more.
Yeah, like I said, I feel like I've kind of. It sounds bad, but been there, done that. And I feel like I said, it's okay to outgrow things. It's okay to find something better, and that's why I feel like I do so many different things, because I get bored easily, and I want to get like a new challenge, something that I can be like, okay, well, I want to do this.
What's
you know what
travel
I mean?
vlogging with working out.
Travel vlogging, getting paid to travel, seeing how much bigger I can get in a sense, but not in a stuck-up way, but
but like expanding your.
But I feel like mainly traveling.
Yeah.
I feel like traveling is something that's, like I said, it's a part of me, and especially being told that I can't do it, it makes me want to do it even more.
Yeah. Have you not traveled at all since COVID?
Only to like Winnipeg, like in Canada. I can travel within Canada, but I can't leave Canada.
Did you really? Oh, well, you're from Winnipeg, but like, what is there to do if we were to go to Winnipeg?
I went in the summertime. That's the only best time you can go. And my friends planned it. Like we went to parties. We went to, and going back to me tolerating, not wanting to tolerate people. I only have like a handful of people that I'm back like, home. You know. Yeah. Once we see each other, like we're going out versus like going out with some people. Like, so when I was with them, we went to parties. This year we kind of want to do. They want to come here and do like festivals. I've never been to a festival. I'm kind of
like Caravana or like a music festival.
Or Veld or Oshiega and stuff like that. I'm still trying to figure out.
I've spent too much time at Veld.
Oh yeah, is it good? Or no?
I've had fun there.
Probably go once and then see how it goes.
But I'm still contemplating if I do want to go, because it's a lot of people for me. I don't like being in large crowds and like people touching me or you know,
get the VIP and just
people sweat touching me. And
maybe do the VIP at Veld then.
Yeah, because maybe
it can get kind of
pretty gross in there.
Yeah, greasy. And especially after like 6-7 hours of people just jumping up and down.
It's all muddy and stuff.
Ooh.
You get the VIP.
Yeah. We probably will too.
Maybe I don't know. I enjoy, maybe not as much as I did when I was younger, but when we were younger, like if you're with a good group of people, I didn't really care where I was at as long as with my friends in a good circle. And then if the music's going, like and you're
What's your favorite kind of music?
I like hip hop rap, but it really depends on my mood. Let's say hip hop rap, R&B.
Like when you're working out, it's this. When you're walking around,
hip hop and rap.
Hip hop and rap,
Nice.
I don't know how some people can work out to certain types of music.
I'm that guy though.
I know. I don't know. I'm hip hop and rap only
all the time. Yeah. Or like towards the end is when I'm coming down, and then I'll do kind of like slow R&B type. But that's when I'm stretching, then leaving or driving home.
Do you have certain songs where like, say you're going for a PR, or like you have a big set, you need that song, or you put that song on?
Yeah, I have a lot of, like, I have a deadlifting song, I have a hip thrust song.
What are your
honestly, if you ask me right now, I will not remember. I will have to have my phone on me and to like show you.
Or it depends on the day.
It depends on the day. Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Do you like country music at all?
I don't mind it. I like some country songs. Also, it depends on my mood.
In the summer
when I was in
only.
college, you know, I was the only like mixed girl in my friend group, and I'm just like all white girls, and they're like, "Oh, let's go to a country club," and I was like, "Oh, I have to be super drunk to tolerate this." So I was super drunk. I was like, "Ah, okay."
Naturally, yeah.
Yeah.
What's the music like in Ghana?
It's very good energy. Everybody's dancing. It's all good vibes. Like the dancing is just the main thing. Just whining and.
I take it you're a good dancer then. You can move. Nice.
We would just fucking.
We can move. What do you mean?
We can move, but like
not that good. But
I'm majority shoulders. Like I can't move my hips that well. Why does Nick say
that too? And I remember that first time we went out together. He was like, I can dance, and then I see him going. Doing this, I'm like, okay.
What's wrong with the two-step?
I mean, it depends on the setting. It depends on the setting. Like, you can't be doing that in public sometimes.
What do you? Okay, I take offense to that, and I'm defending him as well.
But I will say, you know, some people know how to have fun. So it's like, you know, when you don't care, then
if you don't care, that's whatever.
Yeah, it's just.
I always look back, like I'll think in my mind, I'm dancing incredibly, and then I'll see video of it.
Like, even for me myself too sometimes.
Okay, you can probably dance well though. I look like the fucking Tin Man. I'm just like, but in my mind, I think I'm just breaking it down. But I'm enjoying myself, as you said.
Yeah, is that liquor confidence too?
Pardon?
Liquor confidence.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely a way better dancer when I've had some beers than when I'm sober.
I feel like everyone is though.
Yeah.
But
you too?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I want to see Tissy out on the dance floor. He probably takes up like half of it.
Probably. Yeah, no, he actually does.
Get out of my way.
So
do you teach him how to dance or no?
Sometimes. Well, it's different because, you know, when a girl is dancing in front of a guy and you're whining, the guy's just standing there.
You literally just stand there and you're like...
There's not much you can do.
Yeah, there's not much you can do, but sometimes, yeah.
Just hold on. Okay, I think we're coming to the end here, but... One last question for you. What's something you're looking forward to, or like what's a good time ahead for you?
Well, traveling. That was the main thing. I'm really looking forward to traveling.
All right. Well, with that being said, thank you for coming on.
Of course.
We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
That was fun.
We learned a lot.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. And next time we'll be better dancers.
We'll work out together. We'll work out together too. We'll get a workout in.
Yeah.
Oh, my butt needs to go. I don't know if I can go through a fucking glute workout with you.
Put me to shame, yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh.
You'll kick her ass.
No. You wouldn't be able to walk the next day.
No.
All my friends, when I take them to the gym, they just hate me. So much. And then the next day.
We'll do an arm day, you do a glute day.
I don't mind. I do upper body.
All right. We'll do it. All right, cool.